Hi, I'm Scotty. Welcome to Scotties Clock World.
Right, we've put all the parts of our Seth Thomas movement through an ultrasonic cleaner. We're now going to put the wheels back into the plates so we can check the bushes and the pivots. Issues up there. Next wheel. Got him. And the fly. Right at the top. That's the strike side train. We'll put the top plate on now. Out. Right, put a screw in there to hold that down. One in there. Right, now we can start to put the wheels in place. Almost, that's got him. Now the fly dropped into place. These pillars are a bit tight. Tighten that down. I think the bottom plate might be a little bit out of square. We'll check that when we take the wheels out again. Now what do we got? Very tight. Loosen that off a little bit. That screw. That's better. We've got movement there. It's very tight though. Now let's have a look and see what we got. We're looking at that hole there because it hasn't got a bushing in it. See how much that's rolling backwards and forwards, and that one there is even worse. See it moving? That's heaps. They'll have to be rebushed. The fly is just as bad. Then we go over the other side and we see that a couple of bushings have been put in this side. One there, but rather poorly. They haven't been put in properly. The bushes, instead of being put in at that angle, exaggerated of course, have been put in at that angle. So what's happening is the pinion is rubbing on that side of the bush and rubbing on that side and increasing friction within the movement. That's why that doesn't spin. That should spin easily. That one there's a bit crap too. But once we've put bushes in there, because they weren't in the original plate, they were just drilled and then had the wheels dropped in, you'll notice there's no bushings on any of these either. So they will all have to be rebushed, and we'll have to redo the front. Right, we'll take that apart. Then we'll check the going side train. Looks like a bit of bushing to happen. Remove that screw out of there. Take the plate off. Remove the wheels and the flow. And then we'll have a look at this plate and see if it's straight or not. Those couple of pillars there appear to be bent, but it may actually be the plate. Before we bend these, we want to check see what the plate's like. And we'll use a straight edge, put it from there to there, and you can see in the center the gap in there. Look at the gap in there. That is way out of square. Do the same for the other side, making sure that we've got the straight edge straight along and not on the top of a bush or anything. A little bit there, but nowhere near as much. This side is way out, so we'll bend that a little bit slowly. Straight edge back again. And a little bit better. Do this nice and slowly and don't rush into it. Put the top plate back on. See if it fits more easily. They fit. Looking better. That one's out a little bit, but that's looking a lot better than it was. That could still go a little bit more. Okay. I'll sort that out off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll put in the going side and see how many bushes we've got to do there. Okay, that's heaps better. You see all the screws are holding in place. Okay, we'll remove those, then we'll test the going side train. Also, you may well remember earlier on I said how bad these screws were, and we'll clean them up before we put them back in again. You can see how they've been mashed up by people using the wrong screwdrivers with the wrong angle on the blade and not using sufficient pressure to hold it, and when they've been screwing it down, it slipped out like that, and that's what's made those marks on those screws. We'll clean them up before we put them back in again. Right. We'll look at the going train now and see what we're up to here. Go. Pop the top plate on.
This is the rack hook right here.
.63 mil. Jot that down.